Hey everybody, welcome. Really appealed to me. It's pretty birch trees with some leaves, so no sentiments with this one. Hello, welcome. Oh, thanks for joining from the UK. It's evening, yes. There's no sentiments with it, but I love the images of the birch trees. And so that's why I'm pairing it with the banner sayings sentiment. And so let's get started. I'm also using the Everyday Arches dies, which if you've been following me, you can tell that I absolutely love these dies. And I was so excited to see that they are not retiring. I was worried that they were going to hit the last chance list, but the dies are not. The paper did hit the last chance list, so if you want some of that paper before it's gone, hopefully it's still available, you need to grab it quick because I know it's been really popular. But the dies, I am thrilled to say, are not on the last chance list. All right, let's hit the desktop and make stamps. And so you can use them separately or you can kind of combine. Let's zoom out. So I've got a piece of garden green cardstock. So this is half of a sheet cut in, so half of a 8.5 by 11 or whatever it is, 21 and by 29.7. Anyway, half of a sheet, and you're going to score it. So this is 8.5 by 5.5, and we're going to score it at 4.25. Like that. And as always, you're going to use your bone folder. Now I can maybe zoom in and give it a good burnish on that score line. Hello, Amanda. Welcome. All right, so we've got our card base in garden green. And then I've gone ahead and cut a piece. This is one of the pieces from the Hobby Haven design on it that's got garden green. So that'll go on. Start kind of laying on the trees in no particular order, and they don't have to be exact. You can leave more space between some, and I don't know if there's a right way and a wrong way to put these, so I'm going to assume there isn't. Some are taller than the others, and then we'll use this one at the end. Actually, I'm going to move this over towards the end. And then there are some kind of individual branches that you can use. So I'm going to do those separately because when I made a card trying to put them inside, I had them floating in free air. So we won't do that. And then I need some blocks for my leaves that we're going to. Third largest of the Everyday Arches dies. Third largest of the Everyday Arches dies. I want you to be able to see some of the designer series paper behind it. And I'm just going to adhere this on. And we'll bring in my stamp and cut and emboss. There we go. Sandwich it. Oops, I gotta go on the wrong way so I can't reach the handle. Ooh. Clunk. Big clunk. Granny apple green behind. I just thought if it was all garden green, it might be a touch gloomy. Like that, okay. And then we will take our garden green and stamp over it. Ooh, that's quite dark too. Oh well, hopefully, oof, that's very dark, okay. This is definitely a more spring card with the greens being this vibrant, but there we go. We've got some greens. I am gonna take, where's my granny apple green? So I'm just gonna take and fill in. Want a bit of a sky to your, or it looks like there's blue behind it. You could stamp. You could do some blending with your blending brush. I would probably do that first so you don't get it the blue. Well, I don't know how I would do it. I guess you'd just kind of do it in between, but I'm not going to do that today. Okay, so let's do a sentiment. Somewhere I have a scrap of basic white. And I've got the sentiment that says, I can't thank you enough. And I want it to be quite dark. So I have, let's do it in early espresso. See how nice and small that is? It's just a nice size. I'm having a hard time getting, there we go. Okay, now I also have a piece of garden green with label that you can use for sentiments. So this, like I said, this is not available at the moment, but it is coming back into stock. And so I'm just going to take and punch out, maybe. Ooh, there we go. All right. So punch out, and I'm just going to take and put that in the center like that. So now we can take and start. Now I have some ribbon. This is the ribbon that goes with the Hobby Haven. It's just 1/8 inch, 3.2 millimeters wide. So I'm going to take and wrap that around. I'm going to tie a bow, so I'm going to leave myself some room to tie a bow. You guys can't see that. There we go. All right. So let's take and tie this. I love that it's little, but sometimes my fingers struggle with little tiny, little narrow ribbon. All right, I'm going to use that my extra finger, my tweezers. Turn it upside down so I get my tails facing the right way. Like that. And just make this a little bit smaller. Isn't this pretty ribbon with the chevrons? That's the word I was thinking of. So I'm going to move this over to the right hand side, and then we can take and use dimensionals to adhere it to our card base. Okay, still got some leftovers on the edges. Don't waste them. Oops, get our ribbon straightish like that. That on like that. That on like that. All right, and now let's use some dimensionals to put our sentiment onto our banner piece, kind of right in the middle. And then that's going to go right over like that. So I'm going to, maybe I'll use, I wasn't sure I was going to use dimensionals, but they're handy, so that's what we'll use. Okay, so let's just take that and put it like that over the ribbon. And just maybe do it twice. Let's see if I can actually do, maybe do it twice. Let's see if I can actually do this twice. Not bad. Just to give something on the inside of my card. And we'll do the same, just kind of coming down one side. This particular tree has a bit of a bend in the bottom, but that's okay. And this can go on the inside of the card. Oh, it's actually got a bend in in the bottom and the top of the tree. Oh well, they're leaning into the wind. There we go. That's a deal with that we'll be sending you a catalog. Deal with that we'll be sending you a catalog. And 3, you're not a demonstrator unless you're one of my team members. And you'd like a catalog, please let me know. You can fill in. You can go to my website. You can go, actually not my website. You can go to my Instagram account and request a catalog there. Also on my blog posts that come out every week, there's ability to request a catalog. So if you'd like a catalog, I'm happy to send you one. And if you are interested in any of the online exclusives, don't forget to check them out in my online store.